Inside Projects LLC, Inside Projects Limited Liability Company. Right away, it's going to be a professional tile installation company. This is my hypothetical company that I will be using to navigate through this project. Inside Projects would mainly work with wall tiling, floor tiling, things of that nature. So again, this is a hypothetical company, Inside Projects LLC, and I'll explain why I chose LLC as opposed to the rest of the options. So why did I choose LLC over sole proprietorship, partnerships, corporations, etc.? Most of all, for a young new business owner like myself, the easy startup that comes with filing for an LLC was very attractive to me. As the professor explained it throughout the course, it's a very cheap option compared to the rest of the other options, and paperwork is minimal and doesn't need very much attention. Also, of course, limited liability that comes with owning an LLC ownership company. Your bank account, personal bank account, and your personal assets are not at risk should your company be sued against or be taken into some sort of legal matter. Only your company is at risk. And of course, your tax flexibility. You could be taxed according to what you file as, so that flexibility is nice to have. But there are disadvantages, and I'll explain why. A couple disadvantages to having an LLC company, that it could be difficult to raise capital if you were looking to expand either across the state or nationally. Difficult to raise capital. You'd have to do it through private means, private loan from a bank, or using income from your past years if your company was successful enough to do so. Your renewal fees could be higher. That's also a disadvantage, but those vary by state, so I'm not going to focus too much on that. And of course, management structure is not clear in an LLC, so the business owner, business head would have to organize it within his employees through his own means. Contracts that could be used with LLC and with my company specifically. Of course, in the construction company, I would have to have contracts with the contractors then in turn they have contracts with the home builders. So that's how you get work. And of course, employment contracts between myself and my employees. Employees need to have a set of rules and standards to follow. And guidelines, and this is very important to the hierarchy of the company and to the success of the employee. And of course, both of these parties would have to honor their contracts in order for both sides to benefit. Intellectual property that my business would own, of course, most importantly to me, to Inside Projects, would be the slogan, "From our heart to your tile." This is very important to me to identify myself as the business owner. This is on my it's on my business card, and it's a very personal statement that I made up. So that's a part of my intellectual property. Of course, my trade secrets, how I became successful at cutting tile and my specific methods to doing so, and of course my logo. And I filed all these through the Library of Congress Copyright Office to officially protect my intellectual property. Some litigation that could occur within the company. Of course, I think the most common would be hypothetical late payment by the customer, or a no payment at all. So in that case, I would have to initiate the litigation. Of course, I would be the plaintiff in this matter, and I would most likely win, of course. It's just you go to court only to receive the payment and to push the customer and to legally make them pay you. So this is an easily winnable case. You do it because you have to. And of course, business ethics. Every business, of course, should focus on keeping a clean environment around them and not intentionally harming the environment. Of course, equal opportunity. My business would be equal opportunity employer. Volunteer work around the community. You'd have to care for the community since they impact you and you impact them just as well. And of course, good relations with employees and a good set of rules to follow.